Okay, let's look at further core practices, and I'm going to keep on drilling this because potentially this is the most important module of the entire course. We've looked at multiple strategies, we've looked at multiple examples and price ladder plays. We've incorporated this foundation for you to really take your price ladder career to the next level. But with all of that in mind, unless you have the daily ritual, the daily routine, the deliberate practice, all of that starts becoming not important if you don't solidify the learning through a good routine practice, an ability to know how to incorporate patterns in your mind and in your effective unconscious state. So really the thought recognition protocol: identify all non-productive thought patterns during each trading session. You know, don't let things become destructive in your head or habitually destructive. You know, what happens is every single day that, an unnecessary thought goes unchecked becomes more and more embedded, almost like scar tissue in your brain and in your mental state, in your mental makeup. So if you can isolate and recognize those thoughts each day during the trading session and then put a trigger in mind, and there's multiple literature out there, but really important to understand that you're able to identify any non-productive thought patterns during your trading session, any thought pattern that distracts you from the task at hand, which is put on an objective trade using your experience of the markets. So, and that's why I call it the thought recognition protocol. So we're going to be identifying some key bullet points to really enhance you to becoming a really more efficient trader without disruptive and distracting thoughts. After identification of the thought, then reinforce with positive self-talk and corrective thought engineering measures. So if in the trade you start saying, all of a sudden you go inside six ticks on a trade, and then it comes back very quickly, in your face, and you start thinking in your head, I can't believe I've just given up my profits. I was having a great day, now I'm giving it all away. All of a sudden, what you've just done, instead of saying, well, what is the market actually telling you for the next trade, for the next chess piece repositioning, you're telling yourself thoughts that are unnecessary. So what are you going to do next time to implement that? So you almost meditate that process again in your head at the end of the day. The next time you see the market come back towards you at that rapid rate, what are you going to do? Well, the next time I observe that, I'm going to ask myself, okay, let's see what did the ladder just tell me in that instance? Okay, whatever the ladder told me in that instance, I'm going to ensure the next time I'm faced with that, I'm going to actually take a step back, have a quick couple of breaths, and then really look at the market from an objective point of view. But maybe that trigger point is the slow breath in, and as you slow breath in, you automatically calm your anxious state, calm down, and then you bring back your objective mindset. And that is just one little trigger. You'll find out your own trigger points as you develop, but that is just one example. And then again, make this measurable by ranking number of non-objective self-talk patterns emerging a day and the appropriate corrective response. So if you've observed 20 times in the day that you've had unnecessary thoughts, and out of those 20 times, only twice you're able to step back and breathe, or be objective, well then, you've got to mark 2 out of 20 for those observations. So then the next time you're faced with it, try and improve those stats. So it always needs to be immeasurable. So really use this thought recognition protocol as a template to ensure that you have less and less disruptive and distracting thoughts, so you can just become a trader in the flow and in the zone.